Hello and welcome. This is your boy Jack here to do another reaction video. This time it's basically the video I'm actually going to be reacting to is a song that has to do with coronavirus. I've done a couple. I did one from Washing You, another one from Gem, and I do believe one from JJ Lin, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Usually those are artists, Asian artists. And this time it's actually going to be an American artist. I think he's probably the first to actually release a song about the virus that's taking place right now in the world, the COVID-19. So the artist, obviously, his name is Tom Macdonald, and the track is actually called Coronavirus. I really don't know anything about Tom Macdonald. All I know is that he's a rapper, a hip hop artist. He's white, and from what I gather, he's very, very, I guess, is it candid? No, not candid. He is unafraid to speak his mind. He will tell you what he feels and how he feels about certain things, and he's not going to sugarcoat it to you. He is basically, I guess the term is raw. So I'm actually curious to hear what he has to say about this, or what the song is about, and how well it works. So without further ado, let's get this reacting party started. This is Tom Macdonald, and the title of the track we'll be reacting to is called Coronavirus. All right, there we go.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's fun.
Actually, yeah, that is true. I do remember going shopping recently. Hold on a second, I do have someone at the door, so I have to pause this. Sorry about that, guys. I had someone, I guess, the post, so I had to buzz them in. All right, as I was saying, yes, I did go to the supermarket, and yes, it was insane. The shelves were empty, which I sort of understand. People do panic a bit, but sometimes some of the hoarding was a little bit on the ridiculous side. I just couldn't understand why people would buy so much toilet paper. That is absolutely mind-numbing. It's like, it was a little bit insane, in my opinion, the amounts of toilet paper people were purchasing. It was, I don't know, I'm not quite sure exactly what the toilet paper has to do with why people are hoarding it. It's really mind-boggling. Anyway, yes, I guess I should go back to reacting to the video. So far, it's interesting. It's talking about what's happening right now, and I'm curious to hear what else he has to say about it. So I'm just gonna take it a bit back.
The ones with plenty already stockpiling, y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots, wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin', the government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens, you know it's for real.
Okay, that is something I'm worried about, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure if it's actually going to be that bad to the point whereby there might be rioting out there, unless, of course, I mean, it is possible. But so far, from what I've seen, actually, after the initial panic buying in most of the places I've been to, things have actually slowed down, and the supermarkets are stocked up. A lot of them, they actually do have products available for purchase. I think probably the problem would be the fact that a lot of people are sort of out of work right now, and if things don't change, if there are no, I guess, stopgaps to help mitigate what's actually happening, people are bound to run out of money, and they will be unable to purchase food, groceries, and stuff like that, and then that might become problematic. I mean, people aren't working right now, and I'm assuming quite a bit of them are actually getting unemployment insurance. I'm not certain how that goes. And you have to work. If you're not getting any income coming in, it's like it's going to be next to impossible to actually pay your rent or whatever, mortgage or whatever. So if there are no government, if the government doesn't actually help minimize the effect that this is going to happen, then things might actually snowball. So I'm hoping that they will figure something out and get this done and make sure to minimize the damage that this is already doing as much as possible. And they should be smart about it. So yes, I don't think it's going to happen within a month unless there's massive mismanagement.
Sirens, you know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science. And everyone around me.
I think he's actually being funny about that. I'm not quite sure exactly. Is he actually being yes, obviously. I don't know if that statement. Hold on. Let's take it back. Pray to God, we can't rely on the science. I guess it's time to pray to God. We can't rely on the science. I'm like, you know what? A lot of people are saying that. I'm not quite sure if he actually means that. That would be very interesting. But in my humble opinion, that's my thought on the whole thing. From what I gather is God help those who help themselves. So praying to God and doing absolutely nothing isn't going to change anything. You have to work at it. You have to work towards problem, which is why science is very necessary in this situation. You need people who are actively working to do their job and not be sidelined or dragged into political messes and fights and whatever. Let them do their job. And the rest, hopefully, will be solved. All right, let's get this going.
And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's a war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news cause they lied to us for years. So how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either
I think he's actually speaking about those who are actually so convinced that things around them aren't as they seem. I'm not quite sure if that's actually his own person. I think from what I'm gathering, I might be wrong, he's actually in the mindset of people who actually doubt the information that they are actually being given. Yes, news apparently now in this day and age is actually geared towards sensationalism. It's what sells. So the more insane, the more crazy, the more unbelievable an item is, the more money, the more paper they sell, the more information they, the more views they get and whatnot. So I personally don't think all news is bad. Yes, people do mess with the data. They do alter it to suit their own, what they're actually trying to state, which is why you need to have multiple sources of information, and then you make an informed decision. You cannot just stick to one news source. It could be that whatever station, channel, news, whatever, they're actually trying to be malicious about it and, spread disinformation, or it's actually, they actually had faulty data and assumed that was actually then correct. So you're better off getting from multiple sources, read them, and then form an opinion. I strongly suggest, all those media personalities, all those people talking, they're basing the information they're actually sending out to you is based on their own perception of how things are, which doesn't necessarily mean that's how things are, because a couple of them, those media personalities, they're not actually, to be honest, journalists. So it's sort of like an entertainment news. So they aren't actually held to the same level as a proper journalist would be. So it's an opinion piece as opposed to actual investigative piece. So do yourself a favor when something is out there, check multiple sources and make sure the information you're getting is actually correct. And don't just jump to conclusion based on, I guess, what's trending, so to speak. All right, let's take this back a bit.
People who won't survive it like you, it's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure. But the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's a war now, they'll always remember when
sorry guys, I had to turn off the closed caption. Apparently that's auto-generated, so as you can tell, it's very off. So, alright, so far, I actually like what's actually being said over here. He is, in my opinion, hitting the notes, the highlights, what's actually happening, what people are actually thinking, and they either believe it is a problem or it's not a problem. It's a hoax, fake news, whatever, or what. It's like people need to get together. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Not get together, as in gather in a public place or whatever. I meant as in people need to realize that you need to be smart and work together. That's what I should have said. Work together in order to weather this storm. Because if you don't, if things start to break down, it's just gonna snowball and get out of control. So do not panic. It's still early days, so be safe, be wise, and do things right. Don't panic. It's very important that you do not panic. The moment you panic, the moment panic sets in, it's going to be brutal. So, all right, let's get this continued.
Getting all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's a war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's a ghost town.
To your part. Exactly, I love that sentiment. Alright. Now I'm actually curious to hear other stuff from this artist. It's very interesting what he's done so far, what he's talked about. And yeah, like I said, I think he might actually be the first artist to actually make first US artist to actually make a video about the event that's taking place right now. But don't quote me on that, I might actually be wrong about that. So, well, anyway, that was Tom Macdonald, and the track we just watched or reacted to was Coronavirus. And as I said, I really do appreciate what he actually talked about. He sort of brought to light the different aspect of things that are different aspect that we face, that we hear in the news, in our daily lives, how some people are taking things seriously, others are not. Some people are following the rules, others are not, putting other people at risk, which will actually extend the period, the length of this pandemic. And I mean, there are basically literatures out there that have actually shown which methods actually work, as in how it was dealt in South Korea, and to an extent in Hong Kong until recently, when, yeah, you'd have to check out what's happening in Hong Kong right now. Initially they had it under control. They followed the proper protocols and everything, and then, you know what, just Google it right now and you see, and then now it's actually the infection rate, which was about 150 at its peak at the time, has now doubled after the restrictions were reduced a bit. So, all you have to do is be informed, check multiple sources, do not get caught up in the whole political landscape. Be safe out there. Be smart about it. Check, read, check out CDC website, the cdc.com. Is it .gov? I'm sorry, I'll have to check. I'll actually leave a link down below so you know where to go. Just check them out. Follow the guidelines they've actually have in place over there, and let's do our part to make sure this doesn't become a world-ending event. I know I'm being a bit melodramatic about the world-ending event, but you know what? For some people, it will be. So let's try to make sure it's not, and we minimize whatever damage that could actually happen by being smart, by doing our part in making sure things work smoothly and this is over and done with. Alright, with that said, this is your boy Jack. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave notifications, don't forget to hit the notification button, let you know when next I drop a new vid. Don't forget to leave comments down below, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you want me to react to, and if you've got nothing to say, just say hey. If you disagree with my opinion, please feel free to let me know, be constructive about it. I do love to read others' opinion about things. As long as it's constructive, I will be there. I will pay attention. I will listen to. And it is great, because if you stop listening to other people, if you stop learning, then you stop growing. And this is why I do this over here, the interaction between Muna and the growth that's possible from that. Anyway, as I said, this is your boy Jack. Y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Oh yes, and be safe out there.